Hello, this is Cacogibbon, and you're watching the All Brawl, the show where I play every commander in standard one by one. Today's commander is Gargos, Vicious Watcher. I just kind of went with your basic mono green stompy deck, and I thought, well, you thought I was going to do Nissa, right? Because I figured I'd do a mono of each color. I did mono red with Krenko, I did mono white with Linden, mono blue with Jace, and the Petitioners, and now mono green with Gargos. So let's try this out. I don't think there's anything specific or unusual you'll see in here, except for the fact that I put a goose in there, so I could call it Gargoose. What do you think? Let's try it. Gargos versus Torbran. Let's do this. Let's see. This is looking decently good. We don't have a first turn play. Pelt Collector would have been nice, but that's okay. You can't always have a Pelt Collector. It's good that I get to go first. It's always good against a red deck. Spear Spewer. Spear Spewer, I think, is a bit of an unorthodox choice, because it hurts everybody. It hurts both players. It just never seemed that productive to me. I was never a fan of the Spear Spewer. It'll get you, what you call it? Spectacle. You'll be able to cast Spectacle spells with a Spear Spewer in play. That is true. Let's see, do I do New Horizons, or do I do Thrashing Brontodon? I think I'll do New Horizons. And then I'll be able to, well, now let's get a thing in here. Let's get a creature in play. Let's see. I don't want to attack. My Paradise Druid is hexproof right now, so my opponent can't target it with anything, which is good, because that means next turn I'll be able to cast God Eternal Ronus, Heartfire, sacrificing their Spear Spewer to destroy my Brontodon. Not bad. Super Spitter. Well, there goes my plan to Rabid Bite the runaway Steamkin. Should have followed my advice from long ago, which was destroy the Steamkin as soon as possible. Okay, well, could get a Ronus out now. Yep. I'm gonna make my opponent have the answer to my Ronus. Now, this could be a big turn for my opponent. They could place a land, play a Torbran, and then the Steamkin will have 3 counters on it. Oh, they're not going to do that. Okay. Are they going to attack? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Gargos. Interesting. I think the play is to Rabid Bite the Steamkin. Because if I don't, then things are just going to get way out of hand. It would have been nice to save that for Torbran, but I just gotta do it now. Otherwise, the opponent would be able to cast a Torbran and use the Torbran in the same turn. Let's bump up the Ronus. Let's make it that even less likely that they'll be able to destroy it with a burn spell. So Torbran plus Slaying Fire would do it. That would kill the Ronus. Next turn I get a Gargos into play. So if they cast a Torbran, they can't... Oh, they're not casting a Torbran. It's shown me. Okay, interesting. Ah. Okay, they're 2/1s. I don't think that was a good play, because now they don't have a blocker. Ooh. Okay, so 7 plus 8 is 15. Oh, okay. So I was doing the math. I was saying if I cast End-Raise Forerunners, is that game? But I'll do 15 damage to the opponent if I cast End-Raise Forerunners. So let's get our commander out. Let's have some fun with this. Okay. I can't have Chandra in play. That won't do. Because Chandra's going to make 2/1 elementals. If they cast Torbrand, then they're going to be 2/1 elementals that do 4 damage each. I'm okay. I made it so that the Paradise Druid is no longer hexproof, and I'm okay with that because if they cast anything on my Paradise Druid, then Gargos is going to be able to fight something. And that's what it's all about, getting Gargos to fight. Let's see. So that's 5, and that's 4. So the opponent can do 9 damage to my creatures right now. But I think it's time to end this with the End-Raise Forerunners. We'll just attack with everything. And the opponent scoops before I finish the Assign Attackers phase. I don't blame them. It was over. Gargos versus Krenko. This should be fun. My goal with these videos, these Gargos videos, is I want to see Gargos fight something. That's what I'd ideally like to do. Woodland Mystic is like your nerfed Llanowar Elf. Why not? It's still acceleration. Well, you can only have one of everything. Manifold. Oh, target creature can't be blocked. I was wondering. I usually see Manifold Key in artifact decks, like Emery and Dance of the Mance and all that, like Steel Overseer to pump up artifacts, but it can make things unblockable. I'm guessing the goal is to make Gargos unblockable. Alright, let's keep things going with this ramp strategy. Actually, hang on. Let's tap the elf. 1, 2, 3, yep. And then that way. Okay, the untapped forest. Opponent says nice. Is that sarcastic? Or? Let's see. Guardian Project is a great way to keep drawing cards non-stop. So Guardian Project is great in singleton formats, because basically, every time you cast a creature, you draw a card. Now, the fine print says that the creature can't share a name with another creature you have, but it won't, because it's singleton. Krenko is in play. Let's get Gargos in play. Are they going to have an answer for Gargos? Are you going to be able to do anything at all about this giant 8/7 beast being in play? If I was playing against black, the answer would be yes. They would just murder it. But when it's Krenko, oh, well, he gets to be unblockable. He gets to create some goblins. And it is true that the Gargos does not have trample. Voracious Hydra does, though. Let me think. So I probably should have cast the Voracious Hydra last turn instead. Let's do that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I always like to go 1 up. Oh, hang on. Eight? 9? Am I doing this right? 9, 10. Okay, well, let's double it. Alright, an 18, 19 Gargos. Heading your way next turn. With trample, I might add. Vicious Watcher does not have trample. How does that not have trample? It's gigantic. So next turn, I cast God Eternal Ronus. My 18-19 becomes a 36-19. And No amount of goblins is going to block a 36-19 creature. Okay. You can make your Krenko unblockable and get some more goblins. Jump blockers aren't really going to help against Voracious Hydra. It's possible that the opponent thinks that they have another turn, but I really don't think they do. Smash. Good game. That's the biggest Hydra I've ever made, folks. Keeping it going with the mono green smash. Going against Kollros. Okay. This is looking decent. Turn 1 Pelt Collector. Turn 2 Gilded Goose? Or do I do turn 1 Gilded Goose? Well, let's get the Pelt Collector out. Well, let's get the Goose out. Just in case they have some kind of tiny creature they're going to attack with. Sometimes you see Grixis aggro. I guess I shouldn't expect that with Kollros. Well, now I'm glad I cast the Goose, because now I can ramp. And I guess I get to put +1/+1 on my Goose also. Sounds good. No shock in the Goose this time. Lock it. Okay. Going with the slow play. There's time. Let's do a Guardian project while my opponent's unable to counter it. And we'll attack with a Goose. So, as blue, black, and red, I don't know if there's really much of anything my opponent can do about enchantments that are already in play. So that Guardian project might just stay there for the rest of the game. And that could be really nice for me. Okay. This is good. I can get the Cavalier out. Now, is the opponent going to counter what I do? It could happen. Let's start with the Pelt Collector and see what they do. It's sticking, which means that they might have a counterspell. Gift of Paradise. No, let's cast Mode. Let's get a 3/3 in there. Or possibly not. Ah. Well done. Knocking out the Pelt Collector and the Mode. I'm okay with that. The reason I didn't cast my Cavalier of Thorns was because that was the spell I didn't want to get countered. Kollros now in play. Guessing they're going to +1 it. I'll probably get rid of the Rabid Bite.
I will return one day. My intellect is without limit.
Once upon a time. Well, let's cast the Cavalier. Sure. Okay. Ooh, bonus. Nice. Let's take down Kollros.
You have tasted but a drop.
And they're going to have to do something about that Cavalier. They could take down their Kollros by 3 and destroy it right away, or they could cast something out of their hand. Because if they take their Kollros down by 3 to destroy it, then I'm going to kill Kollros with a Goose. So they're probably going to try to cast something out of their hand to get rid of the Cavalier. once the Cavalier dies, I can put anything from my my graveyard on top of my library. Beanstalk Giant, probably. He does a couple of things, that's cool. Really? Okay. Beanstalk Giant it is. Yep, let's do it. I don't think we're getting anything back from the graveyard anyway. Except through Cavalier Thorns. Now they have to kill the goose. They've kind of painted themselves into a corner of killing my goose. Normally, you wouldn't bother to spend a removal spell on a 1/3 flyer when you've got 25 life. What are they planning here? Got one of each color. Okay. So they're very carefully trying to make sure that they have certain mana available to them. To do what exactly? Okay. Well, I'm going to lead in with... Let's see. Creature. Okay. I was just checking. I was like making sure that you couldn't have... when you cast Gargos and something gets targeted, you can't have Gargos. Alright, that's funny. Can't have Gargos do damage to a Planeswalker. So they're putting a Rouse Outburst onto a Gilded Goose, which is kind of funny to me. It's a bit of a waste, because the Gilded Goose wasn't really doing me much. Should we get the Gargos out? Yep. Let's get Gargos in. I'll draw a card. A forest, that's good. Okay. Another thing the opponent has to deal with. Since I'm drawing a card every time I cast a creature, that's priceless. Because that keeps it so that I'm constantly getting more stuff that the opponent has to deal with. Let's see, what should I drop? What should I drop? I don't really want to lose anything. But let's drop the New Horizons.
I have other plans. I outsmarted you eons.
Losing a forest will be slightly worse because if I get Nissa later on, the forests are useful for that. Orbital Flyer. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Ronus isn't really going to do much good. That'll double the 8/7 to a 16/7. But that doesn't help because the opponent has a blocker. And possibly some removal spells as well. I've got 6, so I can do the... Oh, I've got 7 lands. So I can cast the Beanstalk Giant right now. He doesn't have Trample either. I can cast Once Upon a Time. Let's do that. Oh, man. That doesn't help much. Let's get Ronus out. I know it's not really going to help me that much right now. Because I'm going to try to attack down their Planeswalker anyway. Quench. Okay. Should have known to play around the Quench. Let's attack... Probably Nicol Bolas. I think that kind of forces them into blocking with their dragon.
Come on.
That Quench was quite unfortunate. It would have been really good to have 2 creatures on the board. Because they're just going to keep ticking down Bolas. Let's drop the forest.
Defiance infuriate, let your weak
Let's see.
mind
Can they remove the Gargos?
To the sky.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Do 8 damage to me. Can they remove the Gargos? Or cast a creature that can block my Gargos? That is the question. Looks like no. Interesting. Well, unless they have instant speed removal. Let's find out. That's a -3. Okay. Well, if I kill Bolas, then
Listen to them roar.
they'll still be able to make a dragon. Okay. Bolas is dead for now. He's definitely coming back. Now, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I can cast the Gift of Paradise and the Giant. So let's cast the Giant right now. So that way at least I have 2 things in play. Got a Druid. That's not terribly exciting. Bolas costs 7 now. 7, 8, 9, 10. Opponent has 10 mana available, 5 cards in hand, and a commander. Choose to cast the Bolas. We're going to destroy.
The immortal Nicole Bolas will be your end.
The Giant? Okay.
I am Death's master.
They make it. Oh, I thought they were going to make a dragon. So they have a blocker. Do they have something else that they can do to remove my Gargos? Oh, they can't attack with Bolas because he just came in to turn this play. So maybe they're just trying to beat me down. Epic downfall. Oh. Okay. So, let's see. He's got 4 loyalty, he's got 1. Let's get Sarkin. And we'll put Gargos in my command zone, of course. Epic downfall, that hurts. Having a creature commander, it puts you in a precarious position sometimes. Oh, Scry's at the top. The opponent probably has an answer already. Yuck. Well, cast the Gargos. I'll at least draw a card off of it. And the opponent will have to do something about Gargos yet again. They just keep drawing so many cards. Gift of Paradise. That's not really doing me any good. It's going to keep the creatures, because they draw me a card each time I cast one.
The moat of my
Growth.
power.
Mana Geode, okay. And they destroy my Gargos. How this time? Is it a murder? Is it a murderous writer? Is it a price of fame? Okay, let's flourish. And... oh, let's see. Get a Thorn Mammoth out? Yeah, let's just keep getting big things out. Big things are good. Let's cast it. Or attempt to do so. The opponent has already used their Quench, so they don't have a Quench. They might have a Sinister Sabotage. They might have a Didn't Say Please. They might have a Mystical Dispute. No? Okay. Well, let's attempt to attack down the Nicol Bolas again. Unfortunately, the opponent has so much mana that even if I'm able to kill the Bolas, which I'm not, let's go back into the hand. Every turn, the opponent's going to tick me down by 1 using the Bolas, and they've got so much card draw and so much mana that this is going to be a tough fight. Let's drop a forest.
My revenge will be painful. You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
And they destroy the Thorn Mammoth by doing what? got Eternals as well as the shop. A lava club. Okay, well, at least I was able to 2-for-1. In a way.
Today I craft my victory.
Well, Saheeli's gonna be awkward. Let's start off with a season of growth. That way I can scry. Gargos is going to cost 6. So let's get that 1/1 human out, which will get me a scry and... that's good. I don't draw a card because it's not a non-token creature. Okay, that's fair. Okay, Gargos is back. Tail's End. Oh, let's go back in the command zone. So Endra's Foreigners has Trample and Haste. Let's see. Should I drop the human? 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's drop a forest. I think I'm giving up on being able to cast Gargos again.
Is without limit.
Because Bolas is just chipping away at me. That's bad news.
Need some killing. You look flammable enough. Is it just me?
Okay.
Or is it getting a little warm in here?
No? They're not gonna risk losing their 1/1. So if I had more lands, if Bolas hadn't been chipping away at me constantly, I'd be able to cast the Endra's Foreigners and actually have more than one creature in play. How do I tell cost 4 more? So it'll cost 9. The opponent has way more than 9 mana. So trying to get their... trying to destroy their Bolas isn't going to do me much good. Beast Whisper? Okay. Draw me more cards. Okay. Let's see. So they can block 2. So if I throw 10 at their Planeswalker with 8 loyalty, unless they have some kind of spell that they can cast to protect their Chandra. Chandra's dying right now.
Good luck while I'm gone.
Oh no, 26. I don't really have that much good stuff in my hand. Feel free. 26 cards, I've got 23. So I've managed to outdraw the Grixis deck, based solely on the Guardian Project.
Pointless.
Alright, then minus Bolas again. Six damage? Why specifically 6 damage? That makes me suspicious. So I'm just gonna block. Oh, that one has Summoning Sickness. Anyway, I'm getting low. It's time to start considering chump blocking. Let's Struck Beast. Well, let's start with the Druid. That'll leave 1 more mana open. Voracious Hydra. Okay. Let's do Voracious Hydra for 4. We'll double the counters. Arcbow Ranger. No, let's not do that right now. I don't think that's going to help me. The Great Henge. Where have you been all my life? That would have been nice. That would have gained me life throughout the whole game. I don't really need Securitas Root right now.
Time plagues walk. My schemes are never ending.
Do they have removal for the Voracious Hydra? I'm guessing they do. I just saw it get highlighted. And down it goes. More removal. And I can't cast the Great Henge. Let's see. Do I give up? Yes. What a painful game that was. Alright, just goes to show that Green Stompy does not win the long game against Grixis. If only that Great Henge had shown up a little bit earlier. Okay, time to retire the Gargos deck for the moment. As you saw, it won a few quick games and it lost a long game. That's to be expected for a mono-green Stompy deck. I like this deck. I just don't like playing against Grixis with it. So there you have it. Let me know if you liked this video. Share, comment, subscribe, like, dislike. Do what you want to do. And have a good day.